You think Jorbs is completely insane? Yeah, I mean, you might be right. But then, I think we might all be a little bit. I'm not sure that there's anything special about my insanity. Can't claim to be unique, really. I like the rare card choice here, I think. When you get offered these cards, you take... You don't take Doppelganger. You probably just take After Image, right? Unless you can upgrade 1000 Cuts. Could upgrade 1000 Cuts here and try to play a deck that made good use of that to deal damage. I'd rather just take After Image. What does the shirt say? You can purchase this shirt for yourself by going to bonfire.com/Jorbs. Did you know that I have merch? I don't like to talk about all my stuff all that much, but I do have merch. I want you to like feel like I'm advertising shit to you when you just want to chill out and enjoy the show, right? I feel like it would sort of be an abuse of my power if I like put my merch on the screen and like showed you how you could purchase it and everything. So I've got the classic Jorbs tee. This is available as a pull-over hoodie as well. I think the t-shirts from Bonfire are very comfortable. The hoodies are solid hoodies. The t-shirts, like, legitimately some of the most comfortable t-shirts I've ever worn in my life. Nothing wrong with the hoodies either. I have this as a t-shirt and a hoodie. And then we also have... This is the one that I'm wearing. Dig Relic Dig. A variety of colors. Looks like it might not currently be available in pink. It's unfortunate. Make sure your 2020 mood board has space for some relic hunting. Art by Jin Pizzazz. You don't see a price deceptive advertising. Uh-oh. Hey Zealous Crow, I could at least put a link in the blurb. Oh, I probably should. I think there's a link in the YouTube video descriptions. Hey Sin's Cure. Ridiculous, hello. And Fizzes did make this. I'm gonna take After Image. Silence damage cards are better than they used to be. I think we were probably meant to take it before all the damage cards got buffed anyway, but we should definitely be able to survive with it here. I'm not gonna go to the store because I want to go this way, and so I'm forced into a store at the end of the act most likely. Next, thanks for gifting us some 2 hump. Keeping dog. Countess Pilatus Hollow. Is mini Jorbs minier than mini Jorbs normal mini size today? Maybe in a slightly different place on the screen, maybe? I don't think smaller than usual though. I had to move mini Jorbs when we played that one game that I've already forgotten the name of. The obelisk one. Cross the obelisk? Something like that. Mini Jorbs remains actual sized. Actual size, but he seems much bigger to me. Side sucks. I took like 4 damage, it was fine. Okay, Fumes or Predator? Or all out attack. We're all okay here. Against Hexaghost, Fumes is pretty nice. I think Fumes is incredibly good against Slime Boss. Against Guardian, it doesn't matter. Against Hexaghost, it's like fine. I don't know that it's really much better than Predator, but it's fine. What am I drinking? I am drinking a sparkling water with real squeezed fruit. 3 grams of sugar in the can. Is that bad? I don't know. What is soda, like 12 or something? Hey last Alistair, hey GB Montero. I take the fumes because it's different. So it is 45 grams? What? And we're just okay with this? Holy crap, that's a lot of sugar. I think this always debuffs me next turn and this always dies, hopefully. The greedy line looks like it paid off. Could have just played after image on turn 1, of course. I would have taken 2. And this way we get through the fight with no damage. Bouncing Flask, Noxious Fumes. There's also just a Masterful Stab. Eh. Flight Rider. Okay, this fight's a little bit spookier than that one was. We're playing basically the same turn 1, but this time around I'm gonna play the after image. Hey, slip repeat. Taking 5 here. I think I can get more health than that out of the speed potion, but it's possible I meant to just use it. What's capping the sugar content in soda? Do you run into a viscosity issue? Oh my god, would people put more sugar in it if they could? Oh my god. Oh no. Is there an amount of damage you expect to take in hallway fights on average? It depends on the deck. Depending on what deck you have and stuff, you'll have a different distribution of expected damage from a fight. So there are 2 things going on here. Poison Potion seems useful for the elites that are coming up. I'm just going to take a backflip, I think. There's an all-out attack that's okay. All-out attack's definitely okay. Will the truth make it better? Alright, the vibes continue. Anybody know where I put the pen for this thing? It's not in the jar. Oh no, it's not in the jar. That means it's probably under, like, 700 pieces of paper about Slay the Spire win streaks on my desk. And my paycheck. I should bank that. This is unexpected. We're having a hardware issue here because I actually can't find the pen. Okay. That sucks. Nope. No drawing on the screen. Check with Zephyr, maybe he took it. Could be it. I'm sure it will show up at some point. It's a year, Diznatch. Thanks for the year. Okay, so anyway, if you think about a fight and you have a deck that is going into said fight, you'll have some distribution of expected damage. It's gonna be very bright for a second, sorry about this. Yeah, things flying higher for the 14 months. So this is the probability of different amounts of damage, and then the amount of damage might be like 1, 2, 3, this is 0. 4, 5, 20, I don't know. And you'll have like a chance of taking different amounts of damage. It's probably going to approximate a standard normal distribution. A normal distribution? A normal distribution. It's gonna probably approximate a normal distribution a lot of the time, but definitely not always. Like, there are going to be some fights where there's a big chance you take tons of damage and a chance that you take no damage. Like the heart fight, for example, looks like this. You could take like 50, or you could take 5 a lot of the time, depending on if you deal a turn 2 or 3 well. And the thing is, this was an issue with Spire logs a little bit. There's an assumption that you're meant to minimize the average damage that you take in fight. Like, if you look at someone's stats, the person who takes the least average damage in fights is the best at playing the game or whatever. But sometimes you'll be in a situation and you're like on turn 3 of a fight or something, and you're having a good amount of health, and you're in a situation where you have a line where you could take like 12 damage, which is pretty unlikely, and most likely you'll take like this much damage. Or you could have a line where you never take 12 damage, but you're going to take a little bit more damage. There's like a greedy versus conservative line sort of thing. And working out which of those things is better is actually quite difficult. It's not as simple as just working out what the average damage is. You also have to consider, like, can I come back from taking a 12 damage? You also have to consider, do I need to save 1 health here? Can I not afford to give up 1 health to play more conservatively? That's a lot of the game. Yeah, it's definitely not as simple as just like having an average amount of damage that you take in every fight in mind. It's just a lot more complicated than that. 20 Fox Master Swag Lord. Swag Lord. Thanks for the 3 months. I'll bum show to you too. You're welcome, Marlo. Egg fried wrench. Hello, hello. Moyer Noam. Marluxiao. Hello. Possibly Slippery Pete. G Physics. I mean, risk versus reward. Sure. This is one of the things that when you talk about risk versus reward, you might be referring to. I really cannot deal damage to things other than with my poison cards right now. And my poison potion. Interesting spot. We're very good at killing Lagavulin, not sure about the other ones. G-Physics, thanks for the gifted sub to the channel. We're pretty bad at this fight, probably. I'm saying look at win rate instead. Yeah. I think when you are looking for evidence that somebody is good at something, you look at the thing that they say that they have done that shows that they are good at it. It's my opinion. Just wondering if I have to use the poison potion, maybe. Feels like if I use the poison potion, I just die to Gremlin Knob a lot of the time. Although I no longer take extra damage from being vulnerable. That's interesting. Can this buff itself every time next turn? I'm probably okay. East MPZ! Are you saying that in the perspective of confirmation bias, or are you saying that experts know which measurables are more important? I'm saying that if somebody says, I think I'm a really good skater because I can do a 1080, you should check if they can do a 1080, not see how fast they can skate in a straight line. That's what I'm saying. Interesting. This is like one of the only places in the game where you can be attacked for a different amount from what it says you're going to be attacked for when one of these dies from poison. Hey, the dude. Odd mushroom. I think I'll leg sweep. This is shaping up to be a very strange run right now. Probably need like a mercury hourglass for what I'm building to be good in any way. Overall win rate is indicative of more than the sole lesson they are trying to teach. Overall win rate is largely indicative of looking at God. I mean, if somebody's trying to win every run, then their overall win rate is a good measure of how successfully they're winning every run. But most people are not just trying to win every run. They're like trying to get better at the game, or trying to have fun, or trying to be entertaining, or trying to get done with the run in under an hour and a half, or, you know? So sometimes, given that people have priorities other than winning every single run, if somebody says, hey, I did something really impressive and it is this, and then you are like, oh yeah, well what's your win rate? You're like sort of missing the point a bit. When does the game start to ramp up in difficulty? I don't know, I haven't got there yet. Thanks, Speedy Zamboni. Flechette's Acrobatics and Sucker Punch. Flechette's is actually a really nice card in a deck like this. I think we take it. Maybe we take it and upgrade it or something. There's that Ninja tweet about it's just a game being a loser mentality. Ninja has had some interesting takes in his life. Who are the other top Spire players in the world that could have the goal to challenge my Ascension 20 heart win rate? I don't think it's that hard to beat my heart win rate. I'm not trying to make it very high. I like bought Prismatic Shard on floor 2 days ago. It's not the thing that I do in this game to show that I'm good at it. I've set 5 world records on this patch. That is the thing that I'm doing to show that I'm good at the game. Am I wealthy? I'm full of joy. I think once I own a home, I'll consider myself wealthy. I'm not quite there yet. Trail, cool. E54, E-Vessel. Am I healthy? Yeah. I don't have a ton of poker money left over. I lived off poker earnings for like 6 years in my 20s. Those are pretty gone at this point. A home in New Zealand, probably Austin Powers. Busy lifting. I just realized that I just picked up Mallbank, so possibly no longer want to go to the store. Awkward. April baby's best babies. Seems possible. Definitely seems possible. Thank you for the 100 bits, Fractal. I've been watching a lot of Trackmania lately, and I think I used this anecdote in one of the world record streak YouTube videos that I put up recently, but maybe it's not published yet. If you have to hear it twice, that's too bad. And they play track of the day competitions, which are really cool. So they see a track that's been selected. Most of them have never played it before. Some of them might have, because the track might have been out for like 2 days publicly or something. So maybe they've played it before, but a lot of the time they've never even seen it. And they have 15 minutes to learn the track, and then they enter like knockout rounds where the slowest 4 people on the track each round are eliminated, and everybody who finishes outside of the bottom 4 goes through the next round, and they just keep playing the track until there's 1 person left. Basically, this really cool tournament format. Top of the day. Yeah, that's the one. I've been enjoying watching Ryoru play it. Anyway, when you watch these people play the track for 15 minutes to learn it, they probably like play it at a slow pace once or maybe twice in order to just like establish what the track actually is, so that they gather the knowledge of which direction the corners go and stuff like that. And then after they have done that, they explore the limits of the track. So they like test whether they can get around a certain corner with a certain line. Do you have to lift up the accelerator here, or is there a way to get through without dropping acceleration at all? Stuff like that. Over and over again. And when people ask me what my win rate is in Slay the Spire, with the desire to get a sense of how good I am at the game, I feel like they are asking... I feel like it's very similar to asking one of those Trackmania players who are learning the track what percentage of the time they finished the track without hitting the wall. Like, they're deliberately hitting the wall over and over again because they're trying to learn the extent of the corners, right? They're not... If they wanted to complete the track without hitting the walls, they could do it over and over again. They're like the best players in the world, but they are doing what is required to continue being the best player in the world, which is learning the limits of the track and seeing which risks you can take and get away with and stuff like that. And if you just play Slay the Spire and try to maximize your win rate, you get stuck in local maxima, where you think that a certain set of cards are really strong and don't experiment very much outside that set of cards, which is great for improving your win rate, but not so incredible for learning the game. I mean, I'm currently there with Watcher at the moment. Like, I'm on an 11-0 Watcher streak. I think that a certain set of Watcher cards are right. I wouldn't try something else at the moment, because right now I care about winning runs on Watcher, but I feel like I'm not getting better at Watcher while I do this. And you also, on top of that, spend way longer per run, because you have to do like math equations for 30 minutes in a fight where you already know how to do the math equations. You're not getting better at the math equations by spending 30 minutes doing them again. You're just like spending a ton of time getting very, very precise answers for a very specific situation which will never come up again. So, I very intentionally am generally not trying to maximize my Slay the Spire win rate, because I don't think that it makes me good at the game. Hey Rise Above, hey Barthies, hey Flame, hey Gorgonzola Man, hey Ion. I think we just go to the store anyway. We probably need some help to get through Act 2 from here. I wonder if I rest. I think 2 upgrades is better. Plus content? Yes, also plus content. Now I'm fighting Hexaghost with 8 HP. This is fun. Dead Branch Infinite Blades. Can I buy both of those? Actually can. Chemical X is really good for Silent, but not currently working with anything in my deck. And Swaka. Is 11-0 Watcher world record? No. World record's 18. My personal best is 12, so my next Watcher runs to try to find my personal best, which is pretty cool. Hey Pikester, thanks for 26 months. Musho to you too. Hey Silver Shadow. Once upon a time, hello. Hey Fobman. Hey H Boya Freya. I have no idea what to do here. I think I take Dodge and Roll and Backstab and Blur and card remove and kill Hexaghost without resting, maybe. I could see that being correct anyway. Dodge and Roll seems really good, especially with Deck Spot. Antego, hello. Hey Merle. Hey Peaceful, thanks for the 10 months. I'm going to show to you too. Hey Wobbles. You don't get why Dead Branch is good, because it puts the cards in your hand, it doesn't put them in your draw pile. It's not necessarily good to fill your deck with random cards, but it's very powerful to fill your hand with random cards over and over again. Hey Heartstuck Single. Hey D-Dub. Say Lark the Slark. Sorry, I'm sort of vibing right now. I'm listening to Midnight City at the moment. Sun's coming in the window. The air is so fresh in Seattle right now. Seattle, one thing about living in a place with a lot of rain is that the air can be very, very fresh here quite often. Not as bad as Frankenstein. These cards go back in the deck once it is reshuffled. Yep, which is like a long time from now. Like almost every fight in the game should be over by then, probably. I'm buying Warpaint over Chemex, but I'm not 100% on that. I don't love what I'm doing with this deck at the moment. This potion seems pretty legitimate. It's Distilled Chaos. Probably not using it for Hexaghost, but against Act 2 stuff, it seems really good. You missed the music and drinking streams from pre-DMCA times. Me too. So do I. Oh, I have so much energy, actually. Got him. EFT streamers just play music, it's insane. If you don't care about your VODs at all, you can play music still. I have a good number of people who watch my VODs, and also I export them to YouTube, where people watch them on YouTube, so that doesn't quite work for me. A little bit spooky, right? Possible to die next turn. It's 18 incoming. This is 14, 15, 13. It's 8, 21. And with dodge and roll, we won't die to burns either. Alright. He's sad parrot boy. You know they introduced multi-track audio or something to help with that? Yes. Oh. I literally just didn't take Chemex. Well, we very happily take Malays, so at least that's pretty easy to choose. I like the Choker here. Choker should work fine in this deck. But he has a system where his music doesn't go on the VOD. Yeah, you can set that up. I have not set that up for my channel. Deck sort of needs a corpse explosion. Or a Crippling Cloud. Or a Footwork. Or, I mean, okay, deck needs a few things, maybe. How am I coping with the sun directly in my face like that? It is significantly more pronounced on the camera than it is for me as I actually sit here. It may start to bug me at some point. I don't know. There's not that much I can do about it unless I close the window, in which case... Oof. We don't want me to have to close the window. That is not good for this stream continuing. 13... 14... Oh, but I'm thing. This works fine, right? It's 6 times 2. Nice. Am I a reversed vampire? Insofar as I don't drink blood and have it in my veins all the time? I guess so. Maybe? Perhaps? These cards don't really work in this deck, do they? I feel like I'm getting offered a lot of uncommons this run. It's a 1 in 3 for each card to be an uncommon, and I feel like I've seen like 12 of them already or something. I think I've had 3 different picks that are 3 uncommons, maybe? Oh no. Doesn't work! You do have a reflection and a healthy appetite for garlic. Nice. Hey Swaggles Banana, hey Wet Bandit. Just gonna take one here. This is an example of one of those situations where there's a safe line and a more risky line. And I took the safe line that was never going to deal me tons of damage. Because if I don't draw leg sweep on the next turn, all of a sudden I'm taking a lot of damage, but I'm using 1 health to avoid the 1 in 6 chance of that happening, save myself a potion, stuff like that. Probably fine. Overall makes me take more average damage in the fight though. You panic at the taco! Prefer Sour Patch Kids or Swedish Fish? Sour Patch Kids are both the better candy, and they have a significantly better song. The Hacker. I was thinking that I could add Cloak and Daggers pretty happily to justify this after image being on my deck, but now I have a choker, so I don't really want to anymore. I'll also take a Riddle with Holes just so that I can kill Slavers. The Strength pot, it's like sort of reasonable. It's 25 for 2 in the most difficult elite fight. Book of Stabbing is pretty free at the moment, so it's Slavers and Gremlin Leader that are rough. Gremlin Leader... ooh, could be tough. I think I'm going to the Super Elite, though. I'll take the Easy Elite. I'm gonna take 1 Riddle with Holes. Chocolate is the only good candy. Wow. That's so brave. Nice. Catalyst. I guess I should have played Bouncing Flask before that. I wanted to get as large a malaise as I could, but... well, I don't know. I don't know, maybe my line was actually right. Here comes the Super Elite. This is the Super Elite. Uh-oh. Unlucky. Hey, that's what, 2 times as strong that had the vulnerable thing with that enemy? Keeps happening. Very strange. Hey, Limug. Why did the devs choose violence when designing Act 2? They just successfully designed a well-balanced act one time. The fact that they failed every other time doesn't mean that this act's bad. Oh. Which act is well balanced? Act 2. Act 2 is well balanced. Act 2 is the major protagonist of runs of Slay the Spire. Which act kills me the most often? I'm not sure. I play Act 1 more than the other acts, so probably ends up being Act 1, but it's not a fair comparison. Double healer Snecko fight in Act 3. I never got to play that one a single time before it was removed from the game. And I even played that day. I just, like, didn't get it, and then it was gone already. I'm pretty sure I played that day anyway. Viscerae? Plus? It's really hard. Deck sort of wants a Snecko Eye. Oh, cool. I don't know if this is Malaise or Riddle or Leg Sweep or After Image is actually pretty good. Lots of reasonable ones. The way that the game flows is you have Act 1 available in order to get ready for Act 2, and then you have Act 3 in order to get ready for Act 4, basically. That's how it ends up working. Good start for this fight. Yeah, I did skip Blade Dance there, didn't I? I have a choker though, so that's why. Any of the patches made the game significantly harder. Well, the patches that introduce a higher difficulty that didn't exist before make it harder. Whom let the dogs out? That's not a correct form. Hope I don't die. We're through Gremlin Leader. HP, thanks to 4 months. Musho to you too. Why do the dogs have so much to say to each other? Do you think they even know each other? I have to close my window, which means that I'm going to start to just, like, suffer, unfortunately. All right. Who Meets Club, thanks for the 7 months. Musho to you as well. My parents are coming over on Thursday, and they're gonna help me work out how to cool this room for summer. That was my birthday present request this year. Very excited about that. We have to take well-laid plans with this deck, I think. I don't think we get to take second bouncing class. When I stop the dog noises, are they DMCA'd? Yes, that's why. New hero, new act 3, make the game harder. Which do I choose? I have no idea. I don't know how to balance video games. Or make video games which are enjoyable. Wish I did, but don't feel that I do. Very, very difficult thing. Can't wait to meet my parents. Have my parents ever been on the stream? I feel like when I lived in my parents' basement, there were probably moments where my, like, mother was in frame. Pretty sure. Yeah, M-Baller. A2 Zephyr. One thing that could do really cool things for Slay the Spire, I believe, would be to create alternate Act 2s and 3s. So the reason I have that idea is that it works for FTL. In FTL, you go through like 7 acts, basically, and for Acts 2 through 7, you have a path that you're going through and choosing different places to go. Like you can go to a pirate sector or a civilian sector, for example, and those different regions have different stuff in them, like different fights, different events, different densities of fights versus stores versus events and stuff like that. And I think it would be interesting if this game had like just the one Act 1 but maybe 2 different Act 2s and 2 different Act 3s or something like that. But it's a tremendous amount of work to balance that, of course. Hey, Eviscerate costs 0. Nice. I'll just keep that. Just wondering if I take Dagger Throw, given the Eviscerate. I think I'm gonna go with no. This is probably worth picking up. Maybe I don't have to rest this act. That could be cool. Make the spire rotate to change the next floor. It's an interesting way to like justify the idea. What game is this? This is Club Penguin. It's a very competitive MMORPG. Wrathwort, thanks for the 6 months. Bomo show to you too. Hey there, Joe. Hey, Blue Jones. Hey, Swanee. Aha! There's that card. I wanted that one a while ago. Dig Acrobatics and remove another strike. That needs a footwork still, right? Mostly needs a footwork still. Uh-oh. So for the charity stream on my birthday, 2 days from now, do tune in. I'm thinking we start with an assumption that it's going for like 8 hours, and then for every $2,000 donated, it goes up by an hour. And I'm going to get my hands on the patch that I played a 7-0 win streak on. When was that? Back in February of 2019, which has still not been matched on that patch, but I mean, people started laying the Watcher patch, so of course it hasn't. This goes to only 4 times 5 with Strength Potion. I'm not even sure it's worth it. I think that should be really sweet. Play some vintage Slay the Spire. Check out how the game used to work. At least I'm not getting vulnerable. This isn't actually that bad. Sort of want this for the art, actually. Will I play more Wonder on stream? Maybe. Classic versions of the game that are 2 years old. Yep. Still not vulnerable. That's actually being very kind. Haven't had the best draw. Theoretical pigeon. I'm glad that resolved itself well. The devs said things about future plans with the game. You would have to ask the devs or something. I don't know what the future holds. Darkbarker, thanks for the gifted sub. Momo show to you as well. That Chemical X, though. That Chemical X. I don't really think a deck with Choker and like no finisher is that exciting about Doppelganger here. Easy, good fight. I couldn't quite just straight up play the thing, right? I would have attacked for 3 times 3 still? Yeah, because of rounding, I wouldn't have actually made it attack for less anyway. Darn rounding. How's it going, Caramel Queen? Hey, Diddlar. Ooh. Okay, we got the deck spot back. Escape plan's actually okay here. Is it better than a second bouncing flask though? I don't know about that. My cam looks a little overbalanced to red. Maybe I'm just sunburned. I think it's because this light is on. Where is it? Oh, also probably because the orange is in frame so much. Alright. We will either use Lizard Tail here or not use Lizard Tail here. I, for one, am excited to find out which. I, for one, welcome our Bronze Automaton Overlord. This is a good turn one. Feels like that should win us the fight. It's Dazzles, thanks to the 14 months. I'll almost show to you too. $50-50, it either happens or it doesn't. True. And Bozo, I think it's the 14 months. Appreciate it. That push shots. That hits pretty hard. I have to dodge and roll next turn, I think. I probably just need to save all of my health. It's 30 incoming. I will want to go like leg sweep, defend plus survivor plus next turn, and we'll be okay. Like for now. I don't really want to waste flesh shots on that. Sleep's not actually better than 2 defends, right? Easy. What happened to chat? What y'all doing there? I don't have, like, the raw chat feed up, so I actually don't know. Spamming store commands? Oh, okay, fair enough. If I could Hyper Beam IRL, which body part would it come from? Eyeballs? Definite eyeballs. I think eyeballs are the clear tier 1 pick there. Get my chat feed. You can use a chat client called Chatty. You filter messages for yourself. Get rid of messages that begin with exclamation mark. Ignore the bot. For example, that's what I do. Corpse explosion. Yeah, okay. I think this is just Runic Dome. Same energy as parent checking in on their kid playing in their room alone. Chad and I have a very particular relationship. Don't mind going to store early in this act. Removing the last strike wouldn't be terrible. Can also go this way if I decide I want to for whatever reason. Maybe I don't have enough sustain to take this path. I guess I have Lizard Tail. You hate Runic Dome because you can't play along. It's unfortunate. I wonder how much the amount of backseating changes when I pick up Runic Dome. Probably goes down a decent amount. You like Runic Dome because it's so cool the next run when you can see Intense. There you go. There's a positive spin on it. Does that work? 14, 42? It doesn't. Which is fine. How strong is the correlation between chat saying I miss lethal and me having a relic that wants to be set on a number? High. That one's a high correlation, I think. Hey Benoit! You hit the enter key on numpad. Interesting. Does that game let you change your hotkeys? Do they ever attack twice in a row? Pretty sure they can attack as many times in a row as they roll. And .jpeg. I was wondering if I want a second Woloid Plans. Seems sort of cool. Build your own runic pyramid. I'm okay with that. My potions are very defensive. Am I going to draw Crippling Cloud and or Noxious Fumes? Hard to say. I'm about to die. Damn it, Darklings. Why do you have to be like this? No piercing whale. It's actually sort of nice to have a turn where I know I'm taking 1,000,000,000 damage so I can play block potion at least. Hey Sansoms, I'm doing alright. Predator is just like almost okay there. Much rather have like acrobatics and backflip at the moment, I think. Meat on the bone. Okay. Meat on the bone's a little bit awkward with Runic down, but pretty happy with it. Oop. Apotheosis, good here. I think Apotheosis is the best thing in the store by quite a long way. I feel like panic about it in Piercing Wail or something. That'd be pretty strong too. Why does Eviscerate cost 0 on my deck list? I have no idea. Don't know, couldn't tell you. Just a particularly good version of Eviscerate, I guess. Pretty sure I'm holding Catalyst still. Last turn before Death Time. Big fan of Death Time. Feels like I must be getting attacked here. $25.75. It's actually okay to take a little bit of damage. So now this is for 30. Does this speed me up a turn? I want leg sweep next turn anyway, I think. Hey, bubble tea! That kills it a turn faster, but not 2 turns faster, right? Actually play Eviscerate this turn. This one's for what? 33, I think? Jackal Money thinks it's 22 months. I'll promo show to you as well. It's over. We did it. And meat on the bone tops up the health a little bit. A ghost in the jar. Ghost in a jar, sorry. There are lots of different jars, of course. Oddly smooth stones. I actually have dexterity now. Neat. We take those. After Image upgrade and Apotheosis upgrade are the ones that matter here, I think. Compressor, thanks for the 4 months. Promotion to you too. Can I imagine Afterimage if dexterity affected it? Well, I can imagine a lot of things. This is actually fine. I want to take 8. Get attacked though. This fight's a lot harder when you cannot tell if you're getting attacked or not, isn't it? Oof. Still, the fact that I can take a bit of damage profitably makes it quite a lot easier, fortunately. Ridicular, thanks to the 8 months. Promo show to you too. You have some spare cash here, have some of it. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting your local entertainment provider. I actually never got big attacked in this entire fight. Not a single time. Sort of crazy. Singing Bowl. This is another acro on 5 energy though. Definitely. By Smiling Mask, got Giant Head again. Pretty big fan of the whole just don't fight Reptimancer idiot approach to winning this act. I'm not a local provider, I am an international famous provider. I'm going to assume that you're speaking about my streaming career, because otherwise I would have to, well... First Auric Alchem proc, it's happening. It's happening! Sort of wanted to play Apotheosis already. Whoops. Is this fight going worse than the first one? It is time. I want to block for 22. How did I get that math wrong? I don't know. This time I want to block for 31. Let's try again. If at first you don't succeed, 21, 31, but I have to play the other cards. It's only attacking me for 43 weekend is 32. So I want to block for 30. It's actually sort of hard to only block for 30. I'll just do this. Too much work. GG. Radiant Sniping's the 11 months. Musho to you as well. Did I just take another damage? Surely not. Ice cream. Ice cream and an easy skip. Wonder what's happening this turn. Am I dead? Who knows? They're not weak. Could be dead. A little bit dead. Oh, okay. Alright then. How's it going there, Lizard Tail? Easy. Easy. Unfortunate about that turn one. We are successfully out of here. Another dodge and roll. I do sort of have 5 dexterity. I guess so. You begin to fall. I have no use for you anymore, I think. Goodbye, Riddle with Holes. I have to recall at the campfire. Ow. Ooh, this is the angry nemesis. Alright. Well, we know that this turn is never going to be the big attack again. It can't happen 2 times in a row. Just do this time. Thank you for that 9 months. Dang it, Dr. Bob. You're ready for me to die in a hilarious way here. I suppose most death is hilarious. Especially if it is expertly comedically timed, like mine is about to be. You said calipers would be good here in a Magic the Gathering draft. That's not me, that's chat. I have nothing to do with that. Completely out of my hands. GG Nemesis. Did I just get attacked every turn? I did. Oh, look at that. Alright. Catalyst. I think Liquid Memories is probably better than Speed Potion. Ow. Please no kill. There you go. It is very polite of the enemy to let me know it's about to deal 12 damage every turn. Makes things a bit easier on me. Hey Kurt, thanks for the 18 months. Like Homo show to you too. Bouncing Flask, Acro into double Catalyst wins, I believe. It's actually sort of close. 29 to 87 to 200, and okay, well that's more than 171, isn't it? Not sure why I thought it was close. You like WAF? Thanks the 8 months. Get those cards out of my sight. We're back to sort of healthy. And in this fight we know everything that happens, which is pretty cool. Not loving the start of it here, though. It was for 24. Yeah, that's a little bit awkward. Now we're attacked for 30. Wow, I did not draw the good cards. Do I need to maybe Liquid Memories and Acro or something? I'll wait one turn. Deka is attacking for 30. This feels safer now somehow. Looks like we killed Donu first. Forgot Deka's name. Just called Deka. It's just its name. I don't know what to tell you. It's an attack for 36. Enemies not weakened. I don't really have block cards. Ugh. Ouch. Apotheosis is the best at the bottom of the deck. Well, you get to appreciate it more that way, because you get to see what the cards would do if they weren't upgraded. I think there's some value in that. Shoop-de-doop-de-doo. 42? Gosh. Down to 31. It's a lot more manageable. That was only 30, not 31. Rounding? Strength down? Alright, whatever. Who cares? Let's leg sweep you and get out of here. Stone Calendar is helping. Maybe a Stone Calendar stopped Apotheosis from getting drawn so it would have time to do something in the fight. Possible, right? Alright, it's 21 twice and then that goes to 15. Yay. Of course, of course, of course. Pretty decent start here. Fortunately, I don't really have many powers. Got the well-laid plans and the after image, but no like footworks. I think Time Eater's easier than this. But this is still doable. Oh, and I have Malaise, yeah. So we're attacking for 4 each. That's really not very much. We use Lizard Tail if a weakened one is multi-attacking though, which isn't very good. But it's not that likely. 24, 28, 32. Maybe I don't bother playing well-laid plans here. $32. Feels like not a great way to use Malaise for this fight, but it's what I got. Was the multi-attack. Is it attacking for 11 each? Plus 37 or something? Liquid Memories looks pretty reasonable. Maybe it's savable. Maybe it's savable. Feels like I should Liquid Memories like sleep. What if we just hit, though? Just hit. I don't have to hit that much stuff. The Liquid Memories is significantly less value than the Lizard Tail, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. Damn it! We hit neutralize. Maybe I still needed it anyway. Blocking for 24 a turn is completely fine. should be banking energy. We've never actually seen a Jorbs fail run. There are losses on YouTube. Not a true fan. Awkward. That's enough, right? I could take one here. I don't mind. Do I? I don't think so. JKT, hello. You're very welcome. I know that feel. I know the feel of binging somebody's content and enjoying it a ton. I'm glad that I could be that for you. SBR, thanks for gifting a sub to JKT. To get out of here, maybe? I'm good with chilling out for a bit still. You recently watched my Open XCOM series from way back. I got a comment today on a poker video that I recorded like probably 8 years ago or something. I've been putting stuff on the internet for a long time. Was it a good comment? It was like, why did the algorithm recommend this to me? So I guess no, not really. Wasn't a terrible comment. Could have been worse. The year is 2021. Why am I being recommended this now? I'm gonna look it up. I think defend is enough here. But I think I have to play defend. I'm gonna look it up. Slay the Spire of France. I think I'm being attacked for 37. See if that's true or not. Awakened one, stage 2. I don't think it was 40? Really? So 43 minus strength, weak. So actually I don't need to play defend. Cool. Thought it was awakened 1, not awakened 2. Well, the world isn't fair. Fortunately. I took 1? What is with my rounding? It's clearly not, like, accurate. Okay, anyway, once we've done that, we can be attacked for 9 times 3. We have to block for 27 every turn, basically. Should be easy enough. Probably meant to play flechettes before playing the skills in your hand. never Dark Echoes again, right? It's just 50-50, but you can't use 3 in a row. Okay. The Weakened One has a ritual dagger stuck in its heart, that is correct. I think so, 37 months! When we show to you as well. Crimson Maximus. Remember, chat, putting a ritual dagger in your heart won't make you a bird god. Won't. So doesn't? Is that what you're saying? It's good to know. So we could have been just doing push-ups this entire time. Why simply defeat the enemy when you could defeat the enemy while getting sick gains at the same time? I'm sorry to hear that, unemployed game dev. I hope the brain chemicals return soon. The thump, the thump, the thump. Trying to decide how much I need bronze scales here. I am really not that good at blocking late game in the heart fight, but I do have 3 dexterity potions, so I'm also not that bad at it. They have the 1 malaise. If I can play the malaise at the right time, it can be really big. If I'm not buying bronze scales, I'm removing a strike, basically. Unless I want blind. I don't think I want blind. Do this. How many catalysts in the deck? So far, or after this fight? We'll see. You're okay, Dr. Doom. We're just joshing. Hey, Snoggerl. Linus. My channel has closed captions because I have a plugin making closed captions for you. You are welcome. I do my best. Just wondering if I I don't know. I think we do this, right? It is awkward. Maybe God, this is awkward. Defend, dodge and roll. Bullet plans and crippling cloud, and then hold corpse explosion and catalyst, I guess. Yes. It's unfortunate that I'm not actually weakening anything. Oh well. Could Hold. Corpse Explosion. Crippling Cloud. Play Bouncing Flask instead. Most losses on YouTube are Act 4. Yep. Yeah, I tend to put runs that are like interesting on YouTube. It's hard for runs that don't make it pretty far be all that interesting. Is this the best ghost in a jar that I'm gonna get? I'm being attacked for 61 this turn. It's a pretty good ghost in a jar. I think this is just where we use this potion. Pretty solid. Hold on to strike so I can turn again later when needed. Any Apotheosis copies in my deck? Oh. None of those. Okay, okay, okay. Pretty good, actually. This works because of our thorns. This is small attacking me every time, right? Because this is turn 4, it went 6 times 2, big attack, then it buffed, and now it's small attack, and then it's big attack. So it's always small attacking me, but it's weakened, and I'm facing it. So it deals... less damage than I'm blocking for. Alex the Xenomorph. Nicolina's awesome. Love Nicolina. The world needs as much righteous Nicolina as it can get. Zoot, thanks for the 3 months. Agbamusho to you too. After Image or Calculated Gamble? Both pretty decent. I think Calculated Gamble's better. Congrats on your first Ascension. 20 clear, Zoot. Centennial Puzzle's really good here too. Turn 1 Apotheosis. Apotheosis. Sorry, someone's popping off on harmonica in my ears right now. Hold dodge and roll? I think I'm okay with just taking a little bit of damage this turn and doing this one, this one, this one, and this one. At what point in Act 3 does more max HP start being less valuable? Max HP is mostly valuable because it keeps you alive on turn 2 and 3 of the heart fight. It's like its main use case, I would say. I don't know why it would get less valuable. Really? Wow, the heart did not do great that turn. Just not a great turn for the heart. Sorry about that, heart. Well. GG this run. I wasn't expecting to get 200 poison on it. Not this easy anyway. Goodbye, my friend. Alright, good run. Act 3 looked a little bit spooky before we picked up meat on the bone. Thank you, Spud. Ubuntu, thanks for the 3 months. Oh, thank you. There's a corporation matching donations to Charity Water up to 500k or something right now. Maybe it's 50k, I don't know. Which is pretty cool. We're not only raising money for good charity, but also getting to double up our money. Unless we raise more than that. Let me check my email and check what the actual right number is. Do you think I meant to say what the company is? Like, they're doing it for publicity and a tax write-off. Yeah? Is that a fair assessment? Given that, should I like say who they are on my channel? I don't know. Since they're doing it for publicity, I probably should. Every $1 raised up to $500,000 is being matched by a corporation which maybe cares about the cause, but also wants a tax write-off and some publicity. So that's pretty cool. There you go. I said who they were without saying their name. I feel like you could probably Google it.